Barry the Flash. Hey guys, it's Israel again with Heavy Metal Reptiles. This is our newest addition to our collection. Something I have personally wanted for a long time. They're just sweet animals. It's a Crested Gecko. We named him Barry the Flash because we are obsessed with the Flash TV series. Yeah, we're going to kind of go over if they're a good starter reptile or not. Personally, I think that this might be the best starter reptile for anybody, even if you aren't into lizards necessarily and you're more of a snake guy wanting into snakes. It's not going to give you that snake vibe or the intro into them. They're just so easy and so lifelike that it's amazing. This was actually a morph. I think the guy told us it was a fire morph. To be honest with you, don't know a whole lot about the morphs. I just love crusties. They're cool. So we're going to step into husbandry and rock and roll from there. This is going to be the easiest reptile you ever keep. They are pretty simple with their temperatures. You're talking 70 to 75 degrees. Their humidity is going to stay between 60 to 80% is kind of where they're going to be best at. So, I mean, you got a big window there to play with as far as their temperatures and humidity goes. Their cage, they're an arboreal animal, if I'm saying that right. So they climb. They don't spend, I mean, they will get on the floor of the enclosure, but they spend a lot of time just climbing, hanging out. You want vines and things in there for them to hide behind, feel secure. They are a nocturnal animal, so they are out majority of the time at night. You will see them moving around and getting comfortable during the day, but they aren't going to be out and thriving throughout the day. Like I said, pretty easy animal and really cool for as easy as they are and as cheap as you come across these guys. They're awesome to have. As far as your enclosure size goes, personally, you're going to want I would go with a 29 tall or 20 tall. I forget how they size those, but you want nothing less than a 20-gallon enclosure for adults. These guys, you can get away with a 10-gallon enclosure starting out with this small. I wouldn't go below a 10-gallon enclosure. You're just going to want to make sure they have plenty of room to be up off the ground and kind of give them that security of being up off the ground. If you have a stand to put them on, that's going to be the best because they're looking out and everything's below them. So, yeah, it's kind of their husbandry. Like I said, they aren't hard. I mean, this is going to be the lizard or reptile I'd recommend for like your 6-year-old that wants something cool. Obviously, I wouldn't get him a baby. That's what this guy is. He's in total 2 inches long, so you're gonna want to get a bigger one. But this is what I would recommend for your younger kids. So we'll go on to the next section now. So this is going to be handleability. Handleability. Obviously, at this size, they're going to be a little harder to handle. These guys do drop their tails, and they don't grow them back, and they drop their tails for no reason at all. None. They just drop their tails. They get scared. They drop their tails. Someone honks while you're holding them outside of their enclosure, and they hear the horn from outside. These guys will drop their tails. It's fine. Don't freak out. It's normal. Outside of that, though, once they get a little bit of size to him, I mean, obviously this guy's a little small. He's a little harder, a little more nerve-wracking, I should say, to handle. I don't want him to drop his tail. You know, it's like a monkey without a tail. Literally, these guys are like monkeys, and they're cool. I love them. You know, you don't want them to lose their tail, and that's kind of my big thing right now is I don't want them to drop it. And it's probably going to happen if I'm being honest with myself. They all drop their tails. It happens so much. It's just what it is. But they're cool little animals, and as they get bigger, you're handling with them. They're going to be really entertaining to bond with. You can bond with these guys. So they're going to be really entertaining to bond with and kind of gain a relationship with them where they're going to jump around and, you know, walk on you and hang out on your shoulder and stuff. Not saying that they're gonna just launch off your shoulder for no reason and go running up a wall, because they will do that. But they're so cool. They're entertaining and fun. They're just, his size, he's just so small. I think that would be a little of a harder thing to do. One thing I didn't mention with Husbandry that I want to make sure I touch on real quick is they do recommend that you put vitamins in the water that you're spraying the cage with. So you're supposed to spray their cages. They say twice a day. Spray is needed. Make sure that there's water on that glass and their enclosure. That's where they drink from. I didn't add that in Husbandry, and I probably should have. They don't actually require a water bowl. Most people don't put a water bowl in there with them. They actually just lick the glass and the leaves in the enclosure. So just something to keep in mind. You don't want to, if you do decide to put a water bowl in there, very shallow, they don't swim well. You can drown your lizard putting too deep of a water bowl in there. But yeah, they're awesome animals. I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, I know my subject with these guys, but I really made the video because they're so cool and I want more people to get them. I've wanted one of these things for so long. So, like I said, they're cheap and affordable. They're fun. I love this guy. So, we're going to move on to the next section now. So, we're going to talk about their diet a little bit. Their diet's super simple. There's actually food you can buy for Crested Geckos. I think some people blend up their diets. I'm using the Crested Gecko food. It's like 1 part powder, 1 part water, and you mix it up, makes a little like baby formula, baby food consistency to it. You put it in a bowl in their enclosure and they eat it. Pretty simple. You got mealworms, crickets. I personally, I just let go about half a dozen crickets in the cage, and he's going to eat them when he feels like it. They're kind of more like a treat for him. You don't want to constantly be giving them crickets and mealworms and things like that, but they can eat them, and there's nothing wrong with giving them to them. Probably a few times a week, a couple times a week. I wouldn't overdo it. Like I said, your baby's this guy, this size, he's going to be eating daily. Right now, when they get older, 3 times a week, every other day would be all right, probably. Again, like I've said before, know your animal, do your research, see what a healthy Cresty looks like. Make sure that you know what a healthy Cresty looks like, and if your guy's getting a little bit on the thicker side, cut him back. Go do that 3 times a week. Make sure you're getting them out for exercise. They're going to exercise more really when they're out with you than in their enclosure, to be honest. Yeah, they're just awesome animals, dude. I love them so much. If you're on my Instagram, I got him and I started posting pictures of him immediately. I've always wanted one of these guys, so I'm going to say that 100 more times because I'm just excited I got him. Probably going to get another one next week because the pet store is getting another one in, and we don't have a local breeder for these guys, so the guy that the pet store I work with is getting another one in, so I'll probably go over there and pick up another one because why not? It's awesome. So, yeah. So, like I said, these guys are kind of the what I would say the #1 best beginner reptile. You want something really entertaining, easy to take care of, these are the guys for it. They're the bomb. I'm sure if you follow me on Instagram, or if you're on the Facebook group, which I don't even think we have one person on there yet, so please, somebody, everybody, party on Facebook, Heavy Metal Reptiles Facebook group. But I'm sure if you follow me on Instagram, I know I'm coming up on 100 followers, so if you're watching, thanks for following me on that. It's kind of cool to see that people's actually kind of wanting to see my reptiles and stuff. It's kind of my thing with Instagram, is I get to show them off, kind of the same thing here on YouTube. I get to show them off and inform people a little bit with what I know, and as I learn more, I'll get to be able to teach more and kind of share the knowledge with them, or with everybody that's watching. like I said, kind of a quick rundown. Like I said, we're recording quite a few videos now in one night to get ahead for the work week. So, as far as the company goes and what we're trying to do is with heavy metal reptiles, we're going to do breeding with the ball pythons. Probably these guys too, honestly, just because I think that I can really, give a kid a really awesome first pet and kind of help the reptile hobby progress and move forward. And these guys are real inexpensive to breed and house and things, so I think this would be something good for me to get into. I was thinking about it. And again, with rehoming, rehabilitating animals, we've done this on a local level, helping people get their animals back up to par, giving out information, letting them know kind of when it's time to call it quits and go to the vet, things like that. So, yeah, feel free to reach out on that if you need help with any illnesses or things. If you need to know what something is, Instagram, Heavy Metal Reptiles, and that seems to be where everybody's kind of going to. Facebook, though, we got the Facebook group, Heavy Metal Reptiles, and Twitter, too. I think you gotta find me at Heavy Reptiles, but the page is Heavy Metal Reptiles. But yeah, feel free to reach out on any of those for help and questions. Like I said, we are doing rehabilitating. We're trying to kind of span out and help other people and help other animals as far as rehabilitating them. So feel free to reach out to me on that, and we can work something out, whatever's best for the animal. So I guess that's kind of it. Follow me. I haven't been putting this in videos because I'm an idiot, but like and subscribe if you're liking the videos, and if you see something that you guys can, give me some input in how to make the videos better, that more people might watch it, or something better for you guys to retain knowledge and stuff I'm leaving out, feel free. I mean, my feelings don't ever get hurt, so feel free to comment or message me, like I said, and like and subscribe. Let me know you guys are watching. Thanks.